All right, man. Reggie Miller hyping up the Pistons, showing Cade some love. We're gonna skip around a little bit here, but hold on.
Cade Cunningham, stars being stars down the stretch.
He's on the cusp of being a superstar. If he is going to go to that next level of being a superstar, will be proven come playoff time.
So he was talking about that. Other than that, they were showing highlights and stuff here. So give me a minute. So hold on 1 second. Let's get to what he said about the Pistons and the Knicks. Here we go, right here.
He can. So he does everything for your ball club. They run everything through him. He's a willing passer. This Detroit Pistons team, now the only thing that's missing, they need more shooting. They dominate the paint. In today's games, you've got to have outside shooting.
By the way, LaRavia said that's not right, showing that's not right at all. And how excited are you about the matchup with the Knicks?
Look, to me, the two best teams in the Eastern Conference. There's history there. Jalen Brunson with the kiss of death, Game 6 when he sent them off to vacation. Brunson versus Cade Cunningham, the two best guards in the Eastern Conference. It's
you could talk all night here about that.
Yes, I can.
So at the end of the day, it's a scintillating matchup. I don't know when we play the Knicks. I thought Christmas would have been a good time. But last year it seemed like we played them quite a bit, and they had our number. So it's definitely gonna be a hot ticket. You know, at some point it looked like honestly, it looked like Trae Young was gonna be that next MSG villain. That's what it looked like. Obviously it didn't work out for Trae Young. You know, right now it's not working out for him in Atlanta. But, you know, things can turn around. We actually played them the 5th, you know, 7 p.m. At Little Caesars. And then we played them again February 6th at Little Caesars. And then February 19th in Madison Square Garden. So, you know, and for the most part, you know, them in Cleveland had a really good game on Christmas, though. You know, shout out to Coco Gauff and Donovan Mitchell, Coco Jones, excuse me. Shout out to Coco Gauff, though, hell of a tennis player. You know, but looking at it, it is a scintillating, man. It's funny how things can change. You know, the Knicks was, you know, didn't seem turned around, so they got Brunson. The Pistons didn't seem we didn't know which way was up like Richard Pryor. And now these are the two teams that can be premium in the Eastern Conference. Even if you would have threw Halliburton in there, and the Celtics in there, I mean, any of these four could have came out on top. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Knicks been right there trying to break through, almost broke through last year, and ultimately I believe they made the right decision. You know, they made the right decision. You know, but I just think they was too wore down last year. And Tom Thibodeau just don't believe in, managing his minutes and stuff of that nature. So we'll see if that's the answer this year with a better management and making something out of, getting more out of some of those lesser players that Thibodeau didn't want to, and develop those guys and have a full rotation. And, for the Detroit Pistons, the question is, if Sasser going to play like he did versus the Los Angeles Lakers, I mean, hey, if you can get that out of, Dennis Jenkins, Marcus Sasser, you can get something out of Karis LeVert, and those guys, so be it. But my thing is, hey, I think you need that next guy. You need that primary scorer, whether that come in the form of Malik Monk, whether that come in the form of maybe you get a guy like Jalen Green, B. Taylor is saying, like, hey, you can get him for cheap. I'm not sure how much he would fit the culture, but I think he could fit in with the bros. You know what I'm saying? You just need a flat-out scoring stud, whether it's Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Cam Thomas, C.J. McCollum. But the thing about it is, if you can get the guy that has the grit, and also, he can play some defense, that'll be another great thing for them to do. But Yeah, it's a matchup people want to see. You know, people like rivalries, people like blood and intensity, and they're just trying to really take the aggression out of sports. You know, they want to make the sports, you know, where the rest of the world can compete. And, you know, most of the rest of the world, they can't compete with how physical it is in America and how big Americans are. And that's an issue, you know, so they tone down a lot of the sports so other people can compete. Other countries can compete, you know. That's just what it is. They toned it down for other people to compete. So, but ultimately, uh, you know, ultimately, I just think uh, it's going to be very interesting. You know, it's going to be very interesting because I love to see this just being an old school slobber now. I mean, going back to when the Knicks put us out when the Bad Boys was first coming up, you know, they you know Bernard King and Isaiah Thomas having duels, but I think they got a piece of. I think they have a piece. They finally, you know, really have a piece of experience um, getting into the playoffs. But now they just, you know, when not having Schroeder, and Schroeder was kind of making those plays. They need somebody else offensively who can step up and make those plays. They need somebody else who can step up and make those plays. So if they can find that on the roster, they can find that on the roster. So, but so, but yeah, man, this is gonna be one of the ones, man. If they all stay healthy, and this is gonna be one of the ones. This is gonna be one of the ones. So, hey, I think it's a little animosity there with some Knicks fans that Cade got a shoe from Nike and Brunson didn't. So, I mean, that might be. And then I get where they're coming from because he in the city of New York, but you know, they usually kind of, you know, New York, the media mecca. They usually, you know, usually get denied. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance of notification. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. I appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.